In a world of pill popping, let's take a closer look at adderall, how it's abused by the students at Indiana University, and what the drug is.
Yeah, what's adderall?
Well, adderall is called a psychostimulant medicine. It's really designed to address attention deficit disorder.
In the old days, students used to take speed and all kinds of stuff. They get goofy, and they think they're all over it. Oh, I'm just ready. And then they look at it and they're like, I can't think. Well, there's not a lot of value added in that. So things just change over time. The drugs change over time, but the continuum of people trying to find new ways to make themselves perform at a higher level is probably always going to be there. Mm-hmm. We're just not going to contribute to it.
My name's Nancy Stockton. I'm the Director of Counseling and Psychological Services. It is unusual, it's highly unusual for a student to come in and say, I think I'm addicted to Adderall, I think I'm abusing Adderall. Students tend to see it as a drug that just enhances their study, so we honestly don't get a lot of them.
I'm Hugh Jessup, I'm the Executive Director of the Health Center. We're considered the toughest because people have looked at our protocols and gone, whew. I've spoken to media from, printed media like U.S. News and World Report that I mentioned to you earlier. And when I spoke to them, they were basically saying, whoa, this is different, meaning we're putting them through so many hoops to get to the end product, which means you really need it. And they're saying that they've interviewed other universities where it's sort of like they don't talk about it, they need it, they give it to them, but they don't have a big protocol to go through. I don't like that, obviously we don't do it. So it takes a lot of energy and time to set something like this up, but I think if we're going to be providing the students who need the stuff with the correct medications, we also have to make sure we're not providing students who don't need the stuff with something that they're going to either use themselves or sell.
But I do distribute Adderall around campus frequently. It kind of depends. If I'm at the library, a lot of times I'll have people just walk up to me and I'll get it that way, or if I'm at my house, via phone or the computer, whatever. I have so many clients, and I know so many people other than my clients that do it, so I think it's at an all-time high.
I have a roommate who sells Adderall. One of my best friends sells Adderall. They don't need me.
When I sell Adderall, I sell it for $2 a pill. Don't tell anyone that.
I think a lot of students who are lazy go out of their way, maybe, some, not all, go out of their way to perhaps get misdiagnosed and just to get the drugs, and because they're too lazy to do the shit themselves, they decide that they're going to take a drug that'll make them remember things rather than get off their ass and decide to do it themselves.
Yeah, I'm a very unfocused person. I really, maybe it's not so much that I'm unfocused, I'm just lazy and I procrastinate a lot, and it really helps me focus on whatever I try to.
I think Adderall really helps me to stay focused on exams, and if I'm trying to spend the day in the library, it makes me stay there all day.
We see a lot of students who come in with focusing problems, with concentration problems. And I think Dr. Jessup probably talked to you a little bit about our screening system to help sort out the causes for those focusing problems.
I tried to get a prescription through the health center offered at IU, but it offered a lot of documentation and paperwork that I wasn't willing to do, and I didn't have the time to do it, so I wasn't able to get a prescription through the health center.
I'm a pharmacist here at the Indiana University Health Center Pharmacy. Adderall is a drug that is prescribed quite often here on campus. We probably do Adderall on a daily basis. So it is commonly used on the Indiana University campus.
Well, I always like to emphasize students need to take a look at the kinds of, if you don't mind the word crutches, the kinds of crutches they may be using to get them through school. I think they need to take a look at, do I really want to be using these crutches the rest of my professional career? It's all too easy in our society to rely on pills for a variety of things, and I think students need to think about, do I want to be 10 years into a teaching career or a law practice and still needing an Adderall to keep me going? Mm-hmm.